How many of you have driven down the street and thought that the speed limit is too slow? I think that every time I get on the road. In fact, I would speed everywhere if it weren't for those pesky speed limit rules. The speed limit in the United States needs to be raised in order to reduce accidents, reduce the amount of time spent in traffic jams, and bring the state into the 21st century. People are dying and being hurt on the road. Road fatalities occur every day. Something must be done to combat these fatalities. According to the census.gov, there were 2,558 road fatalities in Florida in 2009. This number must be decreased. That's 2,558 people. Raising the speed limit on the road would reduce this tragic number. According to a study conducted by the US DOT, raising the speed limit had a negative percentage change in the number of accidents. Another reason to increase is the time spent in traffic. The National Motorist Association found that reasonable speed limits help traffic flow at a safer and more uniform pace. This means the people can get where they want to go with time to spare, reducing speeding. According to ebiblio.org, in 1987, 40 states increased highway speed limits to 65. Many studies were conducted on the effects of this increase. Most studies found that the increased speeds correlated to fewer fatalities. According to the University of Wisconsin, the authors concluded that overall statewide fatalities rates fell by 3.4% to 5.1% for the states that increased the speed limit to 65 miles per hour. Everyone on the road is affected by the speed limit. People are forced to follow an arbitrary number that was set decades ago, where most cars struggle to even meet the speed limit. According to the Association of Safe International Road Travel, road traffic crashes ranked as the ninth leading cause of death and accounted for 2.2% of all deaths globally. Almost everyone knows a person who was hurt in a road accident. This is my plan. Institute a 10 to 15 mile per hour increase on major road highways. This will allow for a probationary period of sorts, which allows the DOT to analyze what is happening. The speed limits on smaller roads might be phased after seeing the effects on the major highways. Police will still be responsible for monitoring the roads and making sure that reckless and dangerous driving is not conducted. The change of speed limit signs will require funding. This funding can be generated in a few different ways. 1. A slight tax can be instituted on the DMV license fees, seeing that these people most likely will drive on the roads. 2. Money can be requested by the Florida government as a part of the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act, also known as the stimulus. Over the course of 4 years, Florida was awarded more than $11 billion according to the recovery.gov. 3. Another source of funding might be nominal tax on automobiles. 4. Many police departments making money from catching ticketing speeders and might stand to lose some funding if speed limits are raised. The police will just have to deal with its issue because the police force is instituted to serve the public, not tax them. What are the advantages and disadvantages? The advantages far outweigh the disadvantages. There would be fewer deaths and injuries on the road, fewer traffic jams or blocks, which equates to more times for people on the road. A lowering of difference in speeds between vehicles, which leads to fewer accidents and fewer people will be penalized or pulled over by police. A possibly deadly situation. The only disadvantage is that there might be more accidents in the few accidents that do happen because of higher speeds. There might be some people who disagree with what I propose. These people are called idiots. The most common counter arguments are that lower speed limits mean that less fuel will be used, but this has no basis. Fuel consumption depends on many factors. According to the National Motorist Association, research has shown that the 55 mile per hour national maximum speed limit, which was enacted specifically to save gas, has particularly no impact in fuel consumption. Another common counterargument is that speeding causes accidents. Speeding might be a factor in accidents, but accidents are not caused by speeding. Differences in speeds causes accidents. So if everyone is going to approximately the same speed, accidents will be reduced. According to the National Motorist Association, if a speed limit is raised to actually reflect real travel speeds, the new higher speed limit will make roads safer. When the majority of traffic is traveling at the same speed, traffic flow improves and there are fewer accidents. In conclusion, I strongly urge the lawmakers present here today to raise the speed limits in order to decrease the number of fatalities and injuries on the road and to reduce the number of traffic jams and blockages. Increases in the speed limits reduces injuries and deaths, decreases the time we spend in traffic, and will reflect the current conditions on the road and the advancements in the automobile field. Thank you.